Good day, everybody. Our topic discussion for today will be focusing on the diversity management paradigms. So there are different ways on how to manage our staff or our employees. So there are also factors that hindering how to manage them properly. So now we are going to study what are the different methods or what are the different ways on how to manage diversity, most especially today that we are in the millennial years and we are experiencing COVID-19 pandemic. So how are we going to strategize in management or in managing our people? Okay, let's start. Okay, as a business have realized the importance of managing and recruiting a diverse workforce, a variety of diversity management models have arisen. According to Antias 2011, in order to move away from traditional conceptions of culture and minority, we must recognize the intersectionality of social divisions and identities when we examine these paradigms. So two paradigms according to Barak 2016, stand out above the rest. So the two paradigms are the human resource paradigm and the multicultural organizational or organization paradigm. The attraction selection attrition or ASA cycle is the basis for the human resource paradigm. So according to Barak 2016, this cycle refers to how businesses tend to attract people who share their ideals. The selection process therefore tends to filter out people who are different, and if those who do not fit the mainstream culture are employed, they are usually weeded out and quit or dismissed. So this is according to Barak 2016. So for the attraction selection attrition, so they are selecting people in accordance to what are the similarities of these people to the goals of the company. So for the people that do not match the goals of the company, they weeded out those people or they tend to not accept those people. HR managers recognize the necessity for diversity management techniques to overcome the ASA cycle or the attraction selection attrition, which limits the organization's diversity, and as a result, it becomes a strength, according to Barak 2016. As a result of this approach, four different approaches to diversity management emerge: diversity enlargement, diversity sensitivity, culture audit, and organizational result strategy. That's according also to Barak 2016. According to him, also, diversity enlargement focuses on recruiting people from various backgrounds. Diversity sensitivity focuses on training employees to improve their sensitivity and communication. Also, the cultural audit that focuses on removing potential barriers for employees from different backgrounds. And the strategy for achieving outcomes focuses on integrating diversity management into the organization's strategic decision. So we all know that people inside an organization or inside a company working there have really their different cultures, different religions, different beliefs, and they need to be managed properly. So as well as different races and also the gender identity. So in order to manage all those workforce, really we need to strategize, or we need to think of ways on how to deliver the management skills that we need to impose to them. So that's what we call the diversity management. That's why this human resource paradigm exists. The discrimination and fairness paradigm and the access and legitimacy paradigm are the first two paradigms that was examined by Thomas Ellie and Meyerson 2002 in their paper Making Differences Matter. So the again the study or the paradigms that we examined are the discrimination and fairness and the access and legitimacy paradigm. So these paradigms have the advantage of recognizing the need for diversity and taking real actions to meet that need. So the human resource management recognizes that persons from minority groups face specific challenges in the workplace, and it seeks to minimize those challenges through active recruitment, sensitivity training, and program adaptations. So these human resource paradigms are people-centric, meaning they really have their concern or they focus on how to manage their existing people. So for the recruitment process, even they hire these people, it doesn't mean that the support will stop there. So the hiring process, as the people are accepted or this potential employees are accepted to their company, they really need to continuously manage them and to support them in any way that they can. So this paradigms answers all of that. Finally, it seeks to include minorities in the organization's overarching plan, which can make minorities feel like they're a part of the company. This paradigm, on the other hand, suffers from the flaws. So this suffers from the same flaws as the discrimination and fairness and access and legitimacy paradigms. The first three approaches in this paradigm all appeal to the concept that discrimination is wrong and aim to improve organizational fairness. So really, discrimination will not be tolerated, should not be tolerated inside an organization. Within the organization, all people should be treated fairly, regardless of in where they came from, or what are the beliefs that they have, and even who are those families that they are belong into. So it's not that if people are sons or daughters of people who are powerful, they will be the ones to be promoted. So all the promotions, all the merits and the credits should be based from the performance and should be given fairly, okay, to everybody. And these people inside the organization should have the equal opportunities to receive those recommendations or to receive those prizes or promotions. However, there is a concern that similar to the discrimination and fairness paradigm, firms would employ those techniques to recruit diverse workforce, but then push them to conform to the majority's expectations. So the last strategy, which was eventually added to the paradigm, helps to resolve this. So although also runs the danger of minority feeling exploited because of their differences. So there is a problem about this discrimination and fairness paradigm according to Thomas et al. So they think that when the recruitment will be based on this paradigm, these people that are hired for the position should conform or should need to follow all the majority's expectations without authenticity. So with this, they see problems. Okay? So the last strategy after this discussion will answer the problem of the diverse or the discrimination and fairness paradigm in the diversity. Monolithic, pluralistic, and multicultural organizations are the three types of organizations that are recognized by this paradigm. So this is according to Barak 2016. Multicultural organizations foster and value cultural differences and truly incorporate all members of the organization, whereas monolithic organizations are made up entirely of the same demographic and culture. So with this, they are able to divide people or to segment people in accordance to same identity, same demographic and culture. So that's monolithic organization. Whereas in multicultural organizations, they are able to foster and value the differences of culture and incorporate all this to answer a problem or to be to be the strength of a company, because everybody has their unique personality, and everybody have their potentials to show that will be useful to the company. So plural organizations are more diverse in their demographics, but women and minority groups are still expected to assimilate to the dominant culture. The multicultural organization is often regarded as a desirable goal that is rarely realized in its entirety, according to Barak 2016. So for the plural organization or pluralistic organization, these are more diverse in compared to the monolithic. So in terms of demographics, but with this, the women and minority groups are expected to be dominating this culture. Okay. So again, the three types of organizations that are included in multi-organization paradigm are monolithic, pluralistic, and multicultural organizations. The multicultural organization paradigm depicts a fully integrated bias-free and favoritism-free organization. So with this kind of organization, it is very encouraging to work because people are treated equally and they have this equal opportunity to shine. So this is an excellent illustration, and it reflects Thomas et al. 2002's learning and effectiveness paradigm, which encourages employees to learn about their differences in order to foster innovation and ideas. So once you accept your weakness and you see somebody is doing a certain task or are giving a best that they can give to the company, they become inspirations. So you can use that as your inspiration to do better or to do your best, to give your best always in everything that you do. You are inspired by their success. So that's a very good opportunity to see. And that will be resulting into a positive environment into an organization. A multicultural organization helps everyone to feel like they belong, whether they are members of a minority group or not. It gives everyone a voice and encourages different thinking in the workplace, which boosts creativity and innovation. So when everyone or each individual is being heard, so there is a certain feeling that you belong to the group. So that's, I think, the most important feeling that one should be felt inside the company where they work with, that they exist or that they matter inside that company or organization. So with this multi-organizational paradigm, everybody and each individual, even in the minority, even in supervisory level and managerial level, really matters, or they have their they are all important part of the organization. There is only one flaw with the multicultural organization concept. It is extremely unlikely to be realized. So the model described as an extreme example of the ideal organization in terms of managing diversity. Nonetheless, it is an ideal worth pursuing as it aids in identification of a vision that will drive good diversity management, according to Barak 2002. For the future application, as the time goes on, diversity in organization is likely to grow, necessitating more effective diversity management. Organizations must learn to manage not simply varied demographics, but also various ideas and ways of thinking. This is the only way that they will be able to keep up with the required innovation and change to stay competitive. Okay, so really, regardless of what age we are or your employees are, so they have their own potentials. They have their own strengths that they will or they can contribute to the company's success. So it's not the management of diversity or the effective diversity management is not only depending on the demographics, but as well as on how they execute ideas, on how they will contribute to the organization to reach your organizational goals and objectives. So that's very important. That's very important to realize when managing diversity. So if you manage diversity not sincerely and you just want to be included in those companies that are managing in this way, so you cannot get what you really want as compared to managing diversity sincerely and are really looking forward or focusing on people's or each and every person in your organization's growth, no, each person's growth. So when people grow inside their organization, they will feel that they have this advantage or the progress, and this progress will benefit you as a whole, benefit your company as a whole. So in managing diversity, you really need to invest with people of to taking care or taking good care of people, um, diverse people, so different people. So you need to treat them equally and to invest with them. All of this adds to the importance of the multicultural organization. It was a significant step forward in terms of diversity management to establish human resource procedures geared at diversity recruitment and lowering barriers for minorities, but it is no longer sufficient. Organization must learn to foster an environment that values and cherishes variety. Okay? For conclusion, the human resource paradigm is an excellent first step in boosting diversity and lowering obstacles for members of minority groups, but it is insufficient. Regardless, matter how difficult it may be to achieve the multicultural organization's ideal, all organizations should aim towards it. It is critical for companies to seek out different viewpoints and demographics to make their cultures welcoming to people of different backgrounds and to incorporate them all in organizations' overall objective. So really, this human resource paradigm is always be a challenging way or will be a challenge in execution, in terms of execution. So you really need to be patient on how you will gather the effects of managing diversity. So we cannot resist that everybody or every one of us is different to each other or with each other. So we really need to find ways on how to manage wholeheartedly and sincerely. Okay, so as future managers, as future restaurateurs and hoteliers, you really need to take care of your people and to really give their importance, no? Each and everybody's importance. And with that, I think or I know that you will become successful in your endeavors. Okay, so that's it for our discussion for today. I hope you learned something from the topic. Here are the references for your review. Okay. Thank you very much again and stay safe and healthy, everyone.